Good morning, guys. This is Issues with Toddy One Skip. I am, and you're not. How you doing? What's going on? So it seems my schedule is like the morning schedule. So we're gonna keep it like that. But when I wake up in the morning and I see what's going on with my colleagues, can I say my colleagues, other content creators that I feel like I'm close with, whose information I can use and whose information I could put out that they can use. And we're trying all to come to a narrative to change the dialogue of what was said. Okay. So Gypsy, as we know, she has bashed her mom and she has got mindless minions on side. And then she's got people that don't know any better, innocent people who believe this story of bullshit. Now, if you go ahead and you watch, you go ahead and you watch, was it Becca or was it Renelle? It was Becca or Renelle. I want to say it was Renelle. I'm pretty sure it was Renelle that brought up something that Gypsy put in Nick's head that we keep hearing Bree talk about as if it was Nick's idea. And that was having X with Dee Dee, whether it be Dee Dee deceased or Dee Dee not deceased.
Statement to law enforcement in which she asked him on a couple occasions about having sex with the victim. And whether he thought about raping her, there's a couple of places where she sort of keeps bringing it up. Matter of fact, when you listen to the tape and you watch the tape, you'll see this ongoing discussion about his sex life.
Gypsy Rose was the one asking Nick to grape her mother. Just like she was the one who was like, oh, when our daughter turns 13, she'll have to do with you. And that attorney just said that she kept bringing it up. She didn't just ask Nick to do that to her mom once. She kept bringing it up. This is being said at Nick's damn trial. Shout out to the Gypsy Rose snark page on Reddit for catching that shit.
Now, we have heard Nick say that that was nothing he ever had an interest in. Yet somebody brings up some dialogue at the trial, right? And we hear how many times Gypsy tried to get Nick to have X with her mom. Now, Bree, was that made up? Gypsy, is that made up? How do you now try to fuck with the narrative? Now that you've already fucked with the narrative, people have dug down deep and found transcripts that you've said. Oh, let me guess. That's not true. The other side of the story is true. Don't listen to this lie. Listen to this lie, please. No. Once you lie and you can't tell the truth, it's up to other people that care enough. Not for you, by the way. We care enough for your mom's legacy, and we care enough for what's going on with Nick in prison, doing life. For somebody who is as diabolical as you. Now, I know you think diabolical means you're smart and good. No, it just means you're smart and good over stupider people than you. It doesn't mean you're smart and good because I know better. Renelle knows better. 1980 knows better. Cutting Board Dawn knows better. Even Fancy Maselli knows better. Becca Scoops knows better. We all know better. Except your mindless minions and you. Yet it's there. It's there for anybody to see. Anybody to see. Because that's what we do, Gypsy. Our life revolves around you. That's what you wanted to do. And you make it easy for us. You give us content and then you bitch when we have the content. This content you didn't give us. This content they went digging for. Because they know that the things that you say are untrue. And it's usually everything you say. But yet you've got your mindless minions, your little soldiers who needs to pick up their brain when they pick up their helmet. Guys, can't you see? I'm talking to you. Bree, how do you justify what's written there? Is it made up? Are you always, is that the way you live your life? You just make it so that it fits in your fucked up little puzzle pieces instead of it actually fitting there? So you live in a make-believe world as opposed to one that really friggin' exists? Anybody can live in a fucking make-believe world. It's easy as shit. The weakest person could close their eyes and let their imagination make sure that they are fucking Superman or Superwoman. But when you open up your eyes and you see the real world ticking around you, do you not see what kind of weak son of a bitch you are? To believe one story that keeps changing over and over again. Now, some of you guys are saying, why don't you just leave Bree and them alone? Guys, do you know that if somebody like Bree or somebody like Biggin were to actually go to GYPSY, or even somebody like, no, we won't go there. Bree or Biggin, these are her friends, right? If they were to go to her and say, hey, GYPSY, some of this stuff doesn't seem right. I just am a little, or, hey, I can't co-sign. You ever be with a friend and it's like you guys are doing something together and then it turns into maybe something that's not so good and you get that gut feeling and you're like, yo, man, I think I'm going to, right? And usually the other person will say, fuck it. You're a wimp. You're this, you're that. And then they don't go ahead and do it because they don't do anything on their own. That's GYPSY. GYPSY doesn't do anything on her own without people echoing the same damn thing to her, or weaker people that she gets to echo the same thing. That's why I don't care if Bree or Biggin, I don't expect to ever see them. They're not going to have much to do with my life. But to stop GYPSY from being who she thinks she is, it's the people around her that need to call her out and need to say, hey, wait a minute. What about this? Or what about that? How come this doesn't make sense? How come that doesn't make sense? Because if her echo chamber stops echoing, she might realize, oh, fuck, I can't hide anymore. I can't hide anymore unless I legitimately hide. And that means get off social media and everything like that. But while she's still supported by a bunch of cheerleaders telling her she's doing the right thing, by all means, that's what she's going to do. So that's why I'm talking to her echo chamber of mindless minions. GYPSY, I don't know what the fuck it is as far as her thing with Ryan. I saw definitely where Renell put up, GYPSY with the Mariners, and Ryan's already, listen. And what did Ryan say? She's watching this. She's watching it. Yeah, she's watching it, but it ain't because she loves you, Ryan. She's watching it to defend herself and to come up with something to throw over at you like a grenade. You know that, right? She doesn't let you get away with shit. She thinks she's smarter than you. And I'm sorry, but I'm pretty sure Becca Scoops put out something that showed where GYPSY was homeschooled by Dee Dee and just how friggin' smart that little monster of ours was. She's not an idiot. She's not. Her mom spent time with her. Her mom gave her the best she could, which is a lot more than I think GYPSY's giving her own kid, if there's a kid involved. Because every sentence that seemed to come out of Dee Dee's mouth had something to do with GYPSY. Everything Dee Dee did had something to do with GYPSY, and it wasn't bad. Becca, her last video goes over the stuff that GYPSY legitimately had. And like I've said, and like a lot of us have said that have grown up and have had family members that have grown up, we know that children get things that they grow out of. And I've said that a million times. You know what I'm saying? I knew that GYPSY's symptoms were much more severe when she was a child, but some of them were so severe that if Dee Dee didn't do anything, GYPSY probably wouldn't be alive today. And I agree 1,000,000% with Becca Scoops on that. We already know by several people, doctors, and we know that without the surgery on her eyes, GYPSY would have gone blind. Now, nobody has disputed that. That's not what Munchausen by proxy is. Munchausen by proxy isn't to help your child in need. It's to make your child more sick. Everything, it seems. And now people have dug this shit up because GYPSY's story made no sense. Only to uncover a mass of lies that GYPSY has told people. Had she have gone away, nobody would be picking out shit. But she's enjoying this. And here's why. She got away with the unaliving of her mom, and Nick Godejohn's sitting there. She got away with the unaliving of her mom, and she's got a lot of people bashing this woman for doing horrible shit when what she did was keep her bad behaved daughter alive. And that's the type of credit these mindless minions, Bree and Biggin. You really, really, really think, would you bet on your life that Dee Dee deserved what she got? I mean, don't you see what's coming up? Do you think everybody's making this shit up? You say, go look at the medical records, go look. But you're not going to see what you don't want to see, because even in the biggest of cults, people only see bullshit. You've got this little peeny weeny cult that, and your savior apparently is Gypsy Rose Blanchard, who wanted nothing but to unalive her mom and then watch somebody have X with her. Yeah. And Nick was such a warped, fucked up individual. Really? Because he was the one that said, yeah, I'm not having X with her. No. I don't do that. And Nick was the really effed up individual who never got hard, right? Right? So he got off on this shit. Gypsy, if you could have a boner, it would have reached all the way to Key West. That's your fetish. That's something that still is within her. And that is something that is so friggin' dangerous because it hasn't gone anywhere. It hasn't gone anywhere, and she has a child. Guys, this is Issues with Toddy One Skip. I am Toddy One Skip. Be better today than you were yesterday. Not half as good as you'll be tomorrow. Take care, guys. I really do appreciate you. Thank you so much.